Yo, it's your boy Orion, one half of the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Back at you with a new video. Man, it's been a grinding kind of day. Brian Burns, me and Marcus, reaction video, Florida State. You know what it is. We bring the action, we bring the heat. Then Raiders, Cardinals, reaction, live, play-by-play. Brian Chaffino, what it do, my guy? Heel Park, what it do, baby? John Roberts, sup, man? Slanging them cars. John Roberts, Bills Mafia. I got a great show today. It's been a long day, like I was just mentioning. You know, we had the Brian Burns reaction video, lit. Marcus is sick, but he still came out and decided to do the video, so that's awesome. Eagles and Sixer fan, what up, man? I haven't recognized your tagline, so great to have you in here. What's up, Northwest Sports Fanatic fan base? Who dat nation? Let's go. Heel Puck, I'm hyped. Harper just walked off with a grand slam. Nice. Yeah, I'm trying to check out. I got the Raiders and the Cardinals still on. We got, I'll call it right here since we're on the stream. First and goal, Raiders. Handoff up the middle. Woo! Nice tackle. I see it. Pierpont, he's the Eagles #1. John Roberts, Raiders 26, Cardinals 13. So I did the Brian Burns reaction video with Marcus. He went home sick. Then I did the first half of the Raiders and the Cardinals for Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray didn't look too good. First touchdown was actually by Hundley. He got in there for like the second play and then ended up throwing a touchdown pass while Kyler was just trying to get a first down in the 4 series that he played. It was crazy. I thought he was only going to play 1 series, and this guy played almost all the way to the mid to second quarter. Shotgun set, Raiders. Hand up the middle, touchdown, Raiders. God, they're just beating the fucking brakes off of them right now. Wearing the 34, which should be retired. No one should be wearing the 34 for the Raiders besides Bo Jackson. How the hell is that number still available? Nathan Peterman, hands off, right up the middle. Cardinals defense fucking sucks. Touchdown, Raiders. I got a great show for you guys today, and I'm glad that you guys are here. Bills Panthers tomorrow. Do a live. Is it going to be live from where I'm at as well? I'll have to look on. Let me take a quick look to see on my phone. Of course, man, I'm grinding, dude. If I have to go live as many times as possible, I'll do it, man. Let's take a look. Let's go to the ESPN app and let's see what we have for the schedule moving forward. So I already know what the Thursday games are. Let's take a look on Friday. Oh, it's Bears Giants. So unfortunately, John Roberts, the Bills Panthers is not on NFL Network, which is really shitty. And then the Buccaneers are playing the Dolphins. So I don't mind that they're not showing that. But Bears Giants, come on. Bills Panthers is much better. Fucking A. And then you got the Browns and the Colts on NFL Network on Saturday. And then we got Chiefs Steelers, right at 4:30 on NFL Network on Saturday. And then to cap it off, the Cowboys and the Rams on Saturday. I don't know if I can live stream 3 straight games for 9 hours, but maybe I will. And then Sunday, Saints Chargers, and then Seahawks Vikings. I might go visit my dad, obviously since he had the stroke, and I might watch the Dodgers on the weekend. So let me look to see, because I was going to go to his house let's take a look with the Dodgers here, because I know with their schedule, because I want to make sure I spend time with them, because once it gets to football season and we really get into it, it's going to be crazy. So on Sunday, Dodgers play the Braves on TBS at 10:20. That might be a playoff matchup. And I don't know who's pitching it. It doesn't show it, so we'll see. I mean, I really want to be able to do a reaction to that Chargers, obviously that preseason game. But I mean, it is preseason. But God, how come they're not doing Bills Panthers tomorrow? What the fuck, dude? Really? Choose the better matchup. You know, Saints Chargers though, that might be fucking lit. But I wanna go over a list, and I wanna have you guys pick the topic that I'm gonna go over. All right, so I can actually do 2 different shows. I got enough material. I got plenty of shows, note cards and shows and what I do. So I don't know if you guys can see, but you see all this? That's all shows, big dogs. See Orion and the grind. Shows. Got all the shows. All the shows, all the hoes. Okay. So I got two topics, and I'll go through here and I'll acknowledge everyone since everyone's in here. Chafino, yo, Heel Puck, what to do, baby? John Roberts, Eagles and Sixer fan. What's up, man? Great to have you in the room. I haven't seen you before. Six Inc., my guy. Pierpont, yo, what it do? Obviously, I went over the score. Panthers fan, what it do, my guy? Appreciate that you're here. Bills, Panthers tomorrow. I feel you. He said do a live. Have to have Game Pass. Yeah, that's true. React to the highlights. My list, Eagles if Wentz is healthy. Saints, Patriots. He wasn't Patriots. Chiefs, Rams. Okay, Six Inc., I see you. Rams won't be a top team in the next 2 years. These contracts are going to be whack. Ryan Schrick on top of it. Chiefs, 1. Chiefs, 2. Chiefs, 3. Chiefs, 4. Chiefs, 5. No, Saints, 5. So it's kind of funny how you went Chiefs, Saints. Shouldn't it have been Chiefs at 5 too? I'll give you a free pass on that one, though. Kitman57, sup? Six Inc., Ryan Schrick said, good list. Orion. Wade. Brennard. What it do, Wade? Young Nola. Yo, what it do, my guy? It's nice to see a lot of you guys in the room. He got stacks of notes. You have no idea how many stacks I got. I usually come up with like 2 or 3 show options every day. I'm grinding. Matthew Sanchez, what it up? What it do, my guy? Matthew Sanchez, good to see you. Odin's Child, what it do? I'm very excited with the Trey Boston and Eric Reed will bring in the secondary. Saints going to the bowl, he says. All right, so I can do 2 different shows. We can do either the NFL, right? Top 5 elite offenses going into the 2019 season. Ooh, nice grab, right? And I got some honorable mentions that I can mix with that. Or I can do tomorrow's show, right, where I can do the biggest roster holes for every top NFL contender. So I believe it was like NFL Network or ESPN came out, with kind of certain teams and the biggest holes that they have, for their teams moving forward. And I want to rank that based off importance, with that going forward. Because I feel the offensive units, it's pretty easy. You know what I mean? You already kind of have an idea. I did the top 5 elite defenses, which is a little bit harder to kind of guess. But since the league is so offensive heavy, comment below, right, everyone, if you want me to either do the top 5 elite offensive units going into 2019 season and some honorable mentions, and I'll do a full breakdown of why. Or I can do the biggest roster holes for every top NFL contender. I got 6 AFC teams and 4 NFC. And if I leave your team out, I'm sorry, but these are the ones that I feel are the best. So you can kind of, comment below and let me know what you guys think. So we'll go over that. Saints going to the bowl, Young Nola says. We winning it. Wouldn't surprise me. My guess is Ryan has predicted a Chiefs-Saints Super Bowl. Could be. Maybe Chiefs-Eagles. Chiefs Saints, could be. Believe that. Is it weird how the Eagles play the Jets in the preseason and the regular? It is. But both teams could be in the playoffs. So it might be a little key, kind of early bird matchup, as we're going in preseason. Ooh, what a crackback block. Killed him. Raiders 33, Cardinals 13. Dangerous offense and a healthy Cam and CMC. Clean Senpai. What about the defense, though? We did a Brian Burns video. Lit. So Pierpont, right? Both. I can do both. So one moment here while I get everything situated. So 1 second. All right. Let's get it situated here. Let's get it going. All right, maybe I will do both. Fucking A. I do, plenty of shows and I can grind it and do it. Ro Garcia, I'm late, but I was doing schoolwork. Hey, it's all good. Did the Brian Burns video with Marcus. He's sick. I did the first half of the Raiders and the Cardinals. And then now we're doing this stream. The grind don't stop. I'm the hardest working guy on YouTube, period. I'm going to give you guys a good show. Let's see. Your Young Nola says defense is better than all we needed last year's top 25 defense to go to the Super Bowl. So I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, let the banter start in the chat. I love it. Have you guys heard about the Clowney being possibly traded? Top interest, Bills, Eagles, Dolphins, Ravens, Seattle. That would be another great fit. They lost Frank Clark. They need help. So we'll see. There's about 7 teams that are in that kind of mix for Jadeveon Clowney. But the thing is, with Clowney, do you really want him, though? You know what I mean? Think about it. Do you really want him? What would you have to give up to get him? And can he make it through a full season? It's kind of injury prone for me. You know what I mean? But if he goes to a contender and you add that piece, that's nice moving forward. But I'm not sure if I really would want him, at this point. But you guys can debate on that if you guys think he's worth it. Let's see here. You know about Clark, Honey Badger, right? Of course they do. And Juan Thornhill. Come on, Six Ink. I got to get you up to speed. Let's see here. So let's start it off now. I'll start off with the top 10, elite top 5 units. And then I'll go into the biggest roster holes because, I'll put in the grind for you guys. So that's not a problem. So let's do it. So top 5 elite offensive units. Damon, P, Aqua, Dio, Clayton Thorson look good tonight. I did see some highlights. What it do? Natasha, Cutie Pie, hi Orion. Hello. Good to see you. Glad you guys are in the chat. So I'm going to do 2 shows today in one. So I did the Brian Burns with Marcus. We got the reaction video out earlier today. If you guys didn't check it out, check it out. It shows all the Florida State highlights of Burns and why he's going to be a Defensive Rookie of the Year finalist with Devin Bush on the Steelers and Devin White on my Bucks. Nick Jackson, who dat? I'm going to go over these shows today. So my top 5 elite offensive units going into 2019, as I got the Raiders and Cardinals in the background. Raiders 33, Cardinals 13. What to do? 9 minutes and 55 seconds left in the 4th. So let's go start off with me, and this is my personal opinion. Not everyone's going to agree. Some people are going to think that, some teams should be higher. That's completely fine, but this is me. So number 10, I'm going to do honorable mention, but I kind of already did a top 10, but I made the video top 5, but fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm just going to go through it. So number 10 is a team that I like to make the playoffs this season. They had a down year last year, right? They underachieved, not overachieved. Dalvin Cook got injured, right? So I expect him to be healthy and them to have a fantastic season. 10-6, 11-5, depending on what the Bears do. I like Montgomery, so it'll be a real battle and a test. Number 10, I got the Minnesota Vikings. Skull! Thielen's going to dominate. Diggs is going to dominate. Rudolph will be nice. Cousins should have a better year. Dalvin Cook will get it done. I love the offensive line, even though there is some holes there, right? The defense should be able to kind of hang tough since they didn't lose Anthony Barr. And they got Rhodes closed. Xavier Rhodes will have a bounce-back year, right? Harrison Smith. I like the Vikings to either win the division at 11-5 or maybe get a wild card spot at 10-6. That means if I got the Bears or Vikings at 1 or 2, the Packers are sitting probably at 3 and the Lions at 4. I mean, I'm not sold on a lot of the pieces the Packers have. I do like Rodgers, but I don't really like LaFleur with him. I know he came from the Redskins with Marcus, so he has a lot of good words about him. I just don't know if that's a fit, the personalities with those two. And that's my personal opinion. Number 10, the Minnesota Vikings. Skull! Number 9, which could have been an honorable mention as well. You feel me? Number 9 is a team that lost arguably the best wide receiver in the game, the best running back in the game, and I think they're going to win the division this season at 11-5. I really like their team. They're starting to really put shit together. They got Devin Bush, my favorite rookie, not named Burns or Devin White on my Bucks. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers, the black and yellow. I think they're going to go 11-5. I like their offense. Big Ben, this is a prove-it year. AB is gone. Fly like a butterfly, sting like AB. He's on the Raiders. He's got frostbite on all his feet. So we'll have to see if that can get healed up. I don't know how good he's going to do this season for the Raiders, but Juju Smith-Schuster will do just fine. James the Terminator Kana, they got plenty of weapons. I love the offense. I think they're going to dominate this season. Look for them to have a great, fantastic Mike Tomlin-ish kind of year. Pittsburgh Steelers, I got them at number 9 with room to grow into top 5 offense. I really think that they could be this good because I think Juju is going to give you what AB gives you, and I think Connor is going to give you what Le'Veon is going to give you, maybe slightly less yards and touchdowns, but it's going to be very similar based off the stat lines, in my personal opinion. Maybe Juju's stat line will be better than AB's or pretty fucking close, all right? Number 9, Pittsburgh Steelers. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. You feel me? Number 8. Number 8 is a team that I love. but I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year. I'm sorry. All right. I love their quarterback. He's great. You got a wide receiver that's going to have top 6 stats at the end of the year, more than likely, in Davante Adams. The defense has gotten better, but besides him and Aaron Jones, Aaron Jones, I'm worried about the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Discount. Double check. All right. You feel me? I have him at number 8. I think they're going to dominate, on the offensive side of the ball, but the defense kind of scares me. They got some holes there. I don't know what they're going to look like. They're going to compete. They'll probably beat up on the Lions, but with the elite Bears defense and the more well-rounded offense and defense for Skol, the Vikings, I don't know how long they're going to be able to keep up, and Rodgers is kind of injury-prone. We'll see how long that he can keep it up, but I love their offense. I love Aaron Jones. Davante Adams is a freak. They got, Scantling. They got all the nice little kind of lower card pieces at wide receiver. Look for them to overachieve maybe at the beginning of the year and underachieve towards the back end the last 8 games. Green Bay Packers, number 8 in my top 5 elite offenses, even though I made it a fucking top 10 because that's what I fucking do. Number 7. Number 7 is a team that is quote-unquote overhyped, or are they underhyped? People like to talk shit, but when your team is shitty for like fucking 20 years and then you end up getting a guy like Odell Beckham Jr., let them celebrate the small wins that they have. They might fucking implode, all right? It might fucking happen, right? I don't like Kitchens at head coach. He's an OC, all right? But I like Nick Chubb a lot. I think he'll break out. I love Baker Mayfield. Colin Cowherd, if you don't like him, go fuck yourself, all right? I don't give a shit. I like Baker Mayfield, all right? Jarvis, numbers will go down. Jarvis Landry. Odell's numbers will go up, right? Njoku's numbers are going to go down. But I don't know what's going to happen if they go on a fucking 3-game slide. But I love their offense. The defense is key. We've seen some players make plays. Greedy Williams, Mack Wilson. But this is a team game. It's not just one side of the ball. 11 on 11 on offense. They're going to fuck shit up. They're probably going to get second place in the AFC North. Baltimore and Cincinnati fall back. Sorry, but that's what's going to happen. And the Browns are going to be in contention for a wild card at 9 or fucking 10 wins. Cleveland Browns, number 7. Number 6. Number 6 is a team I always have rooted for because I love this quarterback, and I don't want to see him go down as the Dan Marino of this generation. Who am I talking about? You should already know if you're a sport fanatic. You feel me? Talking about Phillip Rivers and his 10 fucking kids and the Los Angeles Chargers, okay? All right? You feel me? Melvin Gordon's not in the building. They got Eckler, they got Jackson, they got plenty of other pieces that they can sub in at running back. But if they want to make that deep run, right, make it to the fucking Super Bowl, make it to the AFC Championship game, Melvin needs to get in the building. I know you guys have probably seen the thing on Twitter where Melvin Gordon's in the gym with a helmet and shoulder pads. He's ready. Get him signed. If Zeke doesn't want to sign, fuck him. I mean, let it wait out, right? But Melvin Gordon's important. You need to be able to get that done. You need to get him signed. Keenan Allen is the most underrated wide receiver in the NFL, period. Big facts. If I could drop this mic right now, I would, right? Mike Williams is a G. They got plenty of pieces. Look for the offense to dominate. The key is the defense because they're injury prone, but the Chargers have one of the funnest offenses to watch. Those powder blues, woo! I love those jerseys. My friend Joey Gomez, one of my best friends, he is a die-hard Bolts fan. Go Bolts. Chargers, number 6. Now we're getting into okay? You already know who it is. It's the Los Angeles Rams. Even though Todd Gurley is banged up, even though he's going to split carries with Henderson, I don't give a fuck. Cooper Kupp, best friend, is back. They will dominate. Goff is going to have a great year. They'll rotate the backs in. You got Kupp. You got Brandon Cooks. You got Robert Woods. Now, pieces on pieces on pieces. They're going to be able to score a lot of fucking points. And don't be surprised at the end of the year, everyone picks the Chiefs to score the most points, right, at the end of the year. But if any team, as Ruiz LA Rams, that can outscore the Chiefs, believe it or not, the one team that might have the greatest chance, Los Angeles Rams, and I got them at number 5 with room to grow up into the top 3 because I think the offense is legit, even with Gurley and these issues that they're having, with the offense. The one key to remember, though, all right, Rams fans, Ruiz, I'm letting you know, the thing to really remember right now is the key for them is the offensive line. I believe Andrew Whitworth is 37 or something of that nature, very old, right? So you need to make sure you get these positions filled on the line, rotate a lot of guys. But if you have one weakness on the offense, you know it is the offensive line. And I still think the offensive line is good, but just some of the players are getting a little bit older. But Whitworth is one of the best older players, older vets in the league. So I'm not even really worried about him. He could be fucking 47, 57 out there. He is a gamer and a G. Andrew Whitworth, Hall of Famer. Believe that. Number 5, Los Angeles Rams. Number 4. Number 4 is a team that I feel that could be a Super Bowl favorite. I've said it a long time. I know what I'm talking about. I love Drew Brees. I love Michael Money, MT13 Thomas, Alvin Kamara, Latavius Murray. The key for them is going to be the wide receiver position, and that's big facts. The depth. Ted Ginn, junior, senior, whatever you want to call him. Besides him, right, you got Smith, right, Traquan, you got Kirkwood, but who else? Who else? You know, Jared Cook will get his, but that's the kind of thing I'm battling right now. I like the line, right? I like the pieces around it running back with the rotation. I still love Drew Brees, even if he's a little older, okay? But the wide receiver position is a little thin compared to some of the other teams in the top 6. So it makes me a little worried. And I know that Drew Brees will play better than people expect. He won't have to throw the bombs like he did 5 years ago. They can dink and doink it downfield with screens. Kamara is going to fuck shit up. My favorite running back in the league, Alvin Kamara, AK-41, the alien, because he does out-of-this-world things. Number 4, Nolans fucking Saints. You feel me? All right, now this is where it gets good. My top 3, okay? Not everyone will agree, but this is how I feel. Number 3 is a team that didn't make the playoffs last year. Number 3 is a team that has a Hall of Fame quarterback, in my opinion. They have a running back that, when healthy, is top 10. Some people would say top 7, right? They got arguably one of the best wide receivers in the game, Julio Jones. Calvin Ridley is a Batman to his Robin. I like the chances of them dominating this season with this offense. You got Ridley, you got Julio, you got Sanu, right? You got Devontae Freeman, you got Matt Ryan. You got 2 offensive linemen drafted in this last draft in the first round, right? Who does that? They're going to be good. Watch out for the Falcons. I know it's one of those things where you think, you know what I mean? I've heard this before. And then the Saints and, the Panthers fuck them up. But I think if they stay healthy, that's the key, healthy, that offense can score a lot of points. I mean, that's big facts. Are they going to be as good as their Super Bowl team? No, right? But I like their potential, the battle with the Panthers and the Saints to try to, make things interesting. The Bucs will be last place. They'll play a little better. But that offense is nice. Matt Ryan, to me, is a Hall of Famer. I don't give a fuck if he goes to a Super Bowl the rest of his career or not. I like him a lot. I watched him at Boston College. He was the closest thing to Peyton Manning in my eyes coming into the NFL from Boston College. Right? He's a leader, right? He makes mistakes at times, right? But, they have a great team, especially when Freeman's healthy. It's kind of like the Vikings. They roll with their running back, and then that'll open up the rest of the plays for them. When Cook went down for the Vikings, they fucking sucked. And they had 2 of the best tandems at wide receiver in Thielen and Diggs. And then Kyle Rudolph ain't no fucking slouch either. Cousins isn't kind of up and down. I'll take Matt Ryan over Cousins. But number 3, Atlanta Falcons, Dirty Birds. Right? I don't know. I don't know if there's any Falcon fans in the chat. They usually don't come out until they want to start talking smack against the Saints fans if they end up beating them at home. But we'll see. They'll be in the chat at some point. Now we're getting to the nitty-gritty. Okay? Top 5 elite. You obviously know more than likely who I think is number 1, but who's left? Who could be number 2? Who could it be? One of my favorite teams in the fucking league is who? Number 2, fly, Eagles, fly. Get off me. We're talking about Mr. Walk It To Him, Carson fucking Wentz. If you say wheelchair Wentz, get the fuck out of the room. He ain't going to be in a wheelchair. I'm telling you, I believe in this guy. Look at that. Getting me all riled up, all right? Wheelchair Wentz. That is old school, all right? That is something where, you got nothing else creative to say. You know what I mean? That's like some cowboy shit. We damn boys. Get over that, all right? Wentz, 6 running backs deep, deeper than the Super Bowl year. Alshon Jeffrey, right? Who else do you got? D-Jack's coming back. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Zach Ertz. So bad it hurts Zach Ertz. Dallas Goedert. A nice tandem there, right? Aguilar. I can go all day. And then you got great pieces on the line with Lane Johnson, Kelsey, Peters, Dillard. Come on, man. This team is deep. I fucking love the Eagles offense. And to be honest, it's more like 1A, 1B, right? I know with my number one team, the Legion of Zoom, and they got a lot of pieces. They're amazing, right? But as far as depth is concerned, for me, I could have went either way. You know what I mean? The thing that kind of puts me a little bit over the edge, you know, and I want to have the Eagles 1A and my other team 1B, it's because there's 6 running backs fucking deep, and you brought Darren Sproles back, and you got him. You got Adams. You got Sproles, right? You got Miles Sanders from Penn State. You got Jordan Howard. How the fuck did you get Jordan Howard? They just gave up on him. But I like Montgomery, you know, there. So they got pieces on pieces, and even if they have a couple guys get hurt, they'll be fine with the depth that they have as long as it's not Carson Wentz and as long as it's not season ending. I think this team can go long ways like the Saints. I got them as a NFC, East champion at 11-5. I think they're going to fuck shit up. The offense is legit. I love the fucking Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. And, you can listen to the haters all day. We damn boys. You know how it goes. You got to get Zeke in the building before you can even contend. Eagles at number 2. And then number 1. Whoa, touchdown, Cardinals. Wow, hold on one second before I get into my number 1. That was insane. The rookie, Andy Isabella. I'm not sure if you guys know who this is. This kid went to a small school. He runs like a 4.3. Let me look at it. He's in the slot. Shake and bake. Oh, see ya. See ya. Oh, baby. Raiders, where were you? This kid is really something to watch. Amazing player. I don't know if you guys have it on right now or once they have it. On YouTube or ESPN. That was one of the best touchdowns I've seen all preseason. Andy Isabella, sleeper. When Larry Fitz retires and then they have Christian Kirk and Isabella moving forward, he is going to be one of those guys that, barely. Extra point is good. Raiders 33, Cardinals 20. He's going to be one of those guys that's going to make a significant impact. He's kind of like a Patriot wide receiver. Kind of reminds me of like a Wes Welker-ish, Edelman-ish kind of player, but more speed. He's almost like a white Djax. I know it's kind of hard to fathom and picture, but this kid is a fucking burner. Now they're showing him in fucking track going against some elite fucking athletes, and he's just fucking smoking them. Wow. Andy Isabella, remember that name for the Cardinals? Maybe a sleeper in fantasy. Big facts. 4.31 in the 40. Get the fuck out of here. And he's got amazing hands. Great fucking play. See, I got all fucking distracted now. All right, number 1, you know who it is. Best quarterback in the league right now. Patrick DeClone Mahomes, right? The Legion of Zoom. They're amazing. Who am I talking about? The Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs Kingdom stand up. But it's like a 1A, 1B. That's really what I think, all right? That's really what I'm coming from, all right? I really like the Chiefs offense. Javon Wright says, Ryan, are you drunk? No, I'm not. I'm just excited. I don't drink or smoke. My dad had a stroke, man. I'm just excited for football. I got the energy. I woke up at 4 a.m., went to a full-time job, worked from 5:45 in the morning, Verizon business manager, calling business owners in Boston and New York, got off at 2, did a video with Marcus with Brian Burns' reaction, then ended that video. Then I did this game, Raiders Cardinals, for a whole first half for 2 hours, live stream, and then I'm here again. So I'm not drunk. Travis Kelce, the best fucking tight end in football, right? DeAnthony Thomas, McCole Hardman, Legion of Zoom. You're not stopping that, okay? That's the list. Chiefs. I like the Chiefs winning the AFC this season. I'm not afraid to say it. I mean, I know the New England Patriots are the New England Patriots, right? But with the key additions on defense and guys like Juan Thornhill at safety, packed with Honey Badger in the back end, they didn't have that last season. They didn't have someone to pair up, right? With Chris Jones. Who? Chris Jones! Frank Clark, linebacking core. They have depth. And I don't give a shit about people saying that they don't like Andy Reid. I love him. And I'm really pulling for him, right? It wouldn't really bother me if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, the Eagles win again with Carson Wentz so everyone could shut the fuck up, right, and show Carson Wentz is, to me, a top 5 quarterback in this league when healthy, right? Or the Saints. Nah, the Saints, right? With all the heartache with the Minneapolis Miracle, the bullshit pass interference call that wasn't called, I would absolutely love for any of those 3 teams to win the Super Bowl. Anybody but New England. And that's big facts. But, I think Andy Reid's going to get his with Mahomes, at least 1 or 2 before it's all said and done. I think New Orleans Saints have an excellent chance, but they probably only have 2 years, either this year or next year to do it, since Breeze is getting a little older, right? And then the Eagles' window's huge. Eagles and Chiefs might go back and forth, in the next, 5 or 6 years. They could end up possibly playing each other at some point. And the Rams, we can't forget about them. They'll still be great too. And, the Bears, will be in the mix with that elite defense, but I'm not really sold on Trubisky. But I love Montgomery. So that's big facts. Hope you guys enjoyed my NFL top 5 elite offensive units going into the 2019 season. But I made it a top 10. I'm grinding. The grind is real. You guys are awesome. Yesterday, Omer came into the room. I got $35 in donations from him. Clash of the Horns, hardcore Rams fan. I love you guys. This is the smartest room for chat for sport fans, period. There is no other room that has fans like this. You guys aren't dummies. You guys ask great questions, and you guys have good opinions. I rarely see someone that's just doesn't know what they're talking about in here. So now I got to scroll up all the way to the fucking top because you guys are just crazy, and I got to go through all the comments. All right, good list. Orion, Nola, yo, Sanchez, what to do, my guy? And let's see here. Chief Saints Super Bowl, believe that. Let's see here. Roster holes. I know Pierpont wants me to go over that. Pierpont's a genius when it comes to fantasy. He may not win it every year in his league or our league or other leagues, but he knows how to draft. And he showed me. He sent me pictures on Instagram, as far as his preparation. It's a list with a fucking 150 names on it. The bye week, like I would do it. He did a list like I would do it. That makes me proud. You know what I mean? I know there's other sport fanatics out there. You know what I mean? And that's how you win at fantasy. Besides waking up at fucking 2 a.m. when the wire drops and you pick up the rest of the scraps. That's how you fucking win. Pierpont. Mad respect, bro. Ro Garcia, what's good? Chiefs not winning anything, young Nola. Well, we'll see. Young Nola, Chiefs don't have a defensive dude. Well, obviously you haven't been paying attention in the offseason, my guy. They have a defense. They had a horrible defense last season and almost made the Super Bowl and would have won it. Now they have, to me, a middle-of-the-road defense. I would put them somewhere between 12 and 15, right? But depending on how great they get numbers from Jones and Frank Clark, and on the back end from Juan Thornhill, right? Probably the best lower-tier draft pick in the whole entire draft. 3rd round and beyond, 3rd through 7th round, and Honey Badger. Those aren't good defensive players? Come on, man. I know you love, Saints, right? But if it ends up being Saints-Chiefs, it ain't a given that the Saints are going to roll on them. It'll be hella competitive. That's the kind of Super Bowl I want to see unless the Eagles are involved. Big facts. Ryan Strick, now he's like, I got to get in here. I got to defend my Chiefs. Young Nola defense is better, and all we needed last year is a top 25 defense to go to the Super Bowl, so I don't know what you're talking about, Ryan Strick. Big facts. You probably didn't even need a top 25. Probably a fucking top 27. Just a little bit better. Like one more fucking guy. You know what I mean? It didn't even need to be like a Frank Clark. Just maybe a Honey Badger. Juan Thornhill out of college. Fucking Juan Thornhill in college. That might have been able to have been the difference. Big facts. Have you guys heard about Clowney? Yeah, we went over that. Cam is going to play one drive in the Bills game. It's confirmed. We're going to see if that arm is actually ready for the regular season, if Cam is healthy. Panthers can be dangerous, but top 5, that's up for debate. I think Cam is good. I've been reading more. I've been watching tape. I've been going through a lot of the verbiage. I've been getting a lot of stuff from fans. And I think, confidently say, once we get into week 1 in the regular season, the debate is over. You know what I mean? The throwing motion will get kind of, for some Panther fans, we'll have to get used to it. But bottom line, if the arm doesn't fucking fall off, it doesn't matter. Hand it off to Run CMC. Throw the fucking ball to DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel. Make sure Greg Olsen ate his Wheaties and he can get out there and fucking crawl if he has to and get in the end zone. And then you got Burns and you got McCoy and you got Kuechly and you got the weapons everywhere. You'll be fine. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of digging on them. I'm a Bucs fan, right? But I love seeing competition, and I like the NFC South the best. For me, just watching it. New Orleans Saints, Breeze, how can you not like that? Matt Ryan, I mean, a lot of people, they have that rivalry, and they don't like him. I get it, but they're fun to watch to me, right? They're a fun football team. Deion Jones is one of the best players on the team, period. You could argue he is the best player on the team besides Julio Jones or Matt Ryan. He's that good. Calvin Ridley's pretty fucking good too, right? Panthers. I mean, you got so many weapons in the South. I mean, the Bucks are the laughing stock, but pretty soon I'll be decent. Maybe this year. Let's see here. Y'all got Clark and Honey Badger. 6 Inc. has been paying attention. Yes, they do. Let's see here. Another backup quarterback hurt. Uh-oh. That's not good. Damon Piacquadio. Hopefully it's not your quarterback. Y'all better not let the Eagles get a healthy Clowney. Yeah. And, I can see him being there. And Derek Barnett's coming off the injury. So all they need is just, some other pieces that pair up with Fletcher Cox. Malcolm Jenkins will get him motivated. I mean, you hear him talk, he'll get anybody motivated. It's like fucking Tim Tebow, doing a motivational speech with Jenkins. When he talks, everyone listens, and he's a vet. He's one of my favorite safeties in the league, and they need to pay him more money. I watch a lot of football. Not very many like Malcolm Jenkins. He's special. Let's see here. Clayton Thorson looked good, I saw. Chiefs defense is upgraded big. 6 Inc. Very true. Remember what the Saints did them? Yeah, but dude, that's the past, young Nola. Every year is different. Natasha says, hi, Ryan. What it do? Nick Jackson, who dat? Who dat nation? We'll see about this year. I ain't going to do talking if my birds are going to do it for me. Let's see. Panthers fan. Oh, God, I got hurt. My grammar is. You're funny. The Saints then only beat them by 6 in the playoffs. Who knows if Alshon comes down with that ball. Yeah, it's competitive. Very competitive with the teams. And like I said, I like the way that the teams are built, the Eagles, right, and the Saints. And don't be surprised if you guys end up playing each other in the playoffs again, or kind of my fantasy matchup, the dream, in the NFC Championship game. Who better than those two to play in that NFC Championship game, unless you're a Panthers fan, right? Or we damn boys, if you're one of them. Or Seattle or Vikings, or the Bears. I like the Bears. Bears are fun to watch. I don't really like their offense as much from last year, but going into this year, Riley Ridley, Calvin Ridley's brother, but most importantly, David Montgomery has a chance to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think he's going to be the best running back in the draft. Josh Jacobs a close second. He's going to be a big difference. He's going to be like Maurice Jones-Drew, but better. He's going to be able to catch the ball out of the backfield. I think he's going to be the sleeper running back in this whole draft. Like, if you end up having him as your running back 2, you might win your league, depending on who your running back 1 is. I mean, imagine having, like, Le'Veon Bell and Montgomery, and then Montgomery goes off for fucking, 1,300 yards, 10, 11 touchdowns rushing, and, 3 or 4 receiving. Could happen. I've seen him. I watched him in college. He's nice. Let's see here. Whenever I hear Barr's name, all I see is Josh Allen. Ball is on top of his head. Yeah, Roberts, I remember that. Super Bowl 1 or 4, repeat. Chiefs winning either way. Philip, who's top 5? Went over that. 6 Inc. Yeah, we're stacked, but don't tell anyone. Well, everyone's expecting, the Patriots and certain teams. But, I mean, honestly, we should have had the Chiefs and the Saints last season. I mean, I love the Rams and how they played, and then the Saints and the Rams were the best team in the NFC all season. All season, they were, back and forth. And in the AFC, it was the Chiefs all year. And then the Patriots kind of made that late run like they do, right? Not the traditional Patriot team that we were used to, but they were good enough to fucking get 11 wins, and then look what happened, And there is rumors, right, about Gronk. So as I think about it, they don't have a nice piece at tight end. He doesn't want to do training camp, right? I think Belichick and Brady are going to convince him, depending on what their record is. Let's say it's week 8, and they're 6-2 or 7-1. I bet you that they can convince him at that point, even though he has WWE on his mind, chilling with his girlfriend, or girlfriends. You know what I mean? I know he had Miss Kostek was his girl, the blonde. She's fine. You know what I mean? He can have anyone he wants. Gronk Spike, right? But I have a weird feeling that Gronk might come back. He may not be the same Gronk, but he's only 30, right? He can still play. And then all that rest on his body, that might be the X factor. I still like the Chiefs, even if Gronk comes back, and then Chargers will be nice, Pittsburgh, the Colts. But something to think about. Gronk can come back. He might come back. He will come back. It could happen. I could kind of see it. But it won't be until late. Well, they convince him, week 8. And then once he comes back week 8, they won't even let him play. They'll let him he'll be practicing, right, for a couple weeks. It'll be week 11, and he'll be in shape then. And they'll be all right, Gronk, we'll get you now. You know what I mean? So don't be surprised if around week 7, week 8, they get him, and then he plays like week 11 and then plays, from then on and does good. I hope not, for NFL fans in general's sake, because I don't want to see the Patriots in another fucking Super Bowl, but something to kind of keep an eye on. My gut tells me. We'll see if I'm right. Today was my birthday, by the way, guys. Panthers fan. Happy fucking birthday, man. Appreciate you for being in the chat. Happy birthday. Let's see here. Bro, there was an experts list of best trio of wide receivers in the NFL. Browns, Falcons, Raiders were there, but Chiefs weren't. Well, that list is fucking dumb. Strick. Tyreek the Freak Hill, amazing talent, right? McCole Hardman, I feel, is going to be a guy. Nice run. Go, go, go. I think McCole Hardman is going to be a guy like Chris Godwin. I mean, they have so many weapons, and they can go wherever they want. Sammy Watkins might not stay healthy the whole season. You know what I mean? But they'll be fine. But with those three, I mean, let them talk the talk, The Legion of Zoom is legit. And you got Kelsey? That's not fucking fair. You got the best quarterback. You got the best tight end, right? And you got burners that run 4-2, 4-3, and 4-4. And I'm not even talking about DeAnthony Thomas. I mean, if he gives you anything, it's a fucking wrap. And Damian Williams, I haven't even brought him up in the running back core. Special. Really fucking special. I like the progression with them. And like I said, Chris Godwin is going to be the guy I feel that breaks out the most. But hold that thought. 33 Raiders, Cardinals 20, last play. Touchdown, Cardinals. Okay. Way to make this a game when they were just blowing the shit out of the Cardinals. Wow. Okay. Raiders, they still win the game. 33. Caleb Wilson with the 12-yard TD. Gruden's not happy. He's like, what the fuck? Right? Nice play, though, to not give up. And Kyler didn't even fucking get any touchdowns. Crazy. Nice effort, though. I like seeing effort like that in the NFL. This was going to be one of the worst games, right? Lopsided. And then also the Cardinals kept fighting, and they ended up losing. But now I hope they go for 2. Let's just fuck it. I mean, you already lost. It's preseason, whatever. So, but great effort. I love that in the NFL. And the thing is when people think that preseason doesn't fucking matter, it does. Oh, they didn't go for it. Just ended the game. Raiders 33, Cardinals 26. But that'll carry over into the next game, give them more confidence on how they finish the game, And then, that can carry over. They're not going to win a lot of games this season, the Cardinals, right? But I like seeing that effort. It's important. At least it is to me. Let's see here. Matt Ryan forced passes to Julio Jones. Big facts. How do you think a guy can get like 15 or 1,600 yards, right? 115 grabs, and he gets like 6 fucking touchdowns? Really? I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like Megatron has always been better than Julio. And that's why I don't have Julio in my top 1, top 2. He's not even in my top 3. I love Julio Jones, don't get me wrong, but I think he's like the 4th best wide receiver in the league. You can argue maybe 5th. For me, DeAndre Hopkins, 1. He's only had 1 good quarterback his whole fucking career, and he dominates, right, with Deshaun Watson. 2, Michael Thomas. Come at me if you want, but I love his stats. I love what he's doing. 3, AB. Fly like a butterfly, sting like AB if he's healthy. And then I got Julio, But they do force it to him. But also it shows you, right, how great of a play caller Kyle Shanahan really was. When Shanahan was there, they dominated. When he left, they fucking weren't good. The Niners are going to be good because of what? Shanahan. John Lynch is helping, but it's Shanahan. Think about it. Great coaching will take a player that's good to make him great, right? Great coaching will make a great player elite and make an offense elite, right? And it makes you kind of wondering, playing chess, where are they going to go? Freeman, Gonzalez, they had so many fucking weapons, you know what I mean? Julio isn't necessarily overrated to me, but I feel that he should be better for his physical attributes. He should be like Megatron or like T.O., get angry a little bit, but that's good for the rest of the teams in the NFC South because we're not afraid of him, right? Nobody on the Panthers or the Bucks or the Saints is afraid of Julio, but we respect him, and that's big facts. Damon P. Aquadio, top 2, you know it is. Big pimpin'. Saints top 5. Was it in the top 5? Should be, he says. I'd take Hardman or Robinson over whoever the Raiders 3 is. I didn't even know who he was. Right? Well, they got AB and they got Tyrell Williams. I'm not really sure if they have a third option that I would even put on there, to be honest. Unless you're going like Josh Jacobs out of the backfield. I wish Browns good luck on their team this year. Yeah, I think a lot of people are hating. I like them. I think they have a great chance. Odin's Child, been a Chiefs fan for 25 plus, man. I'm pumped. I would be. I mean, when you're hearing fans that are, not bandwagon, I'm a Buccaneers fan, so I'm at the bottom of the fucking totem pole. I'm a Mariners fan, worst team in baseball, horrible, no playoffs since '01. I'm a Blazer fan. They made the finals this year and got swept, but normally they're, not that great, but Dame and CJ are starting to put it together, right? And my Ducks are up and down, but they can't win the big one, Sucks, you know what I mean? The Michael James, you played Cam Newton, you lost. That was their best chance to win the Natty, right? 2010. And then you played Ohio State, Mariota, It is what it is, but that's what sports is all about, But I love calling it how I see it, and I think that's why people respect us so much and respect me, because you guys know that I know what I'm talking about. And I'll give love where love needs to be given. Chargers are stacked, but guess what? Chiefs have even more stacks. Big facts. Panthers fan, you know who the Nigerian Nightmare is. Christian Okoye. Come on, man. Let's not say things that I don't know. Of course I know that. Shrick knows it too. Yeah, he was a beast. Let's see here. All right, I think I'm getting caught up. I'm scrolling down. Let's see here. He says, Ruiz, LA Rams. I'll swap Rams and Saints for mysterious reasons, but love the list. I know, and like I said, I try to make it as fair as possible based on what I see. And I'm never going to be like ESPN or NFL Network. I mean, I'm always going to have my own opinion, and they may be a little similar, but, that's what makes it fun. Matt Ryan is a system QB. Disagree. He's not. If you put Matt Ryan on the 49ers, how many wins do you think that they would get? They'd be sitting at like 10, 11, 12 wins with the roster that they have right now. They would need those guys healthy, but Matt Ryan is better than advertised. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's had some times where he's choked. He's had some times where he doesn't manage the game that well, right? But I think that, to me, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. I don't think he's a system guy. That's like saying, like Mitchell Trubisky. Like, you're putting him in that same category. Matt Ryan is not fucking Mitchell Trubisky. Let's not disrespect him like that. You know what I mean? And it's good for the division. Having Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, Cam Newton, and get rid of fucking Jameis and someone else in there, It's fun to watch. Even though when I get my ass handed to me fucking, week in and week out typically. All right, let me scroll down. All right, I'm caught up here. Matthew Sanchez. He said, I wonder what the weather would be like in Oregon. It's pretty good, bro. Like, at Oregon here in Eugene, when it's spring, you get the rain, but you get some warm weather sprinkled in. It's got a cool breeze. We're very relaxed and laid back here, you know what I mean, with all the strip clubs and the weed and everything, you know what I mean? But people are nice here. That's the one thing about people here in Oregon. We really respect each other, and you get more nice people that will say hello to you and help you out. You have a flat tire. There's not going to be 100 people that drive past you. People like me will pull over and see if you need help. You know what I mean? Weather's nice. Summers are hot, but not too hot. 75, 80, 85. Once in a while, you'll get that 90 to 100, but it's rare. A couple times this summer. And then when it's wintertime, you usually get a little bit of snow. Sometimes no snow, but usually you'll get a little bit, but nothing crazy. Nick Jackson says, I've been a Saints fan since the paper bag era. Mad respect. Yeah, Archie Manning. Remember when you guys had Aaron Brooks? I know you do. You know what I mean? But the thing is, when you guys had him, and you guys had, that run, with certain players. I always liked like Ricky Jackson, Dalton Hilliard. So I know what I'm talking about. Dalton Hilliard for a couple years was one of the better running backs. Loved him. Southern Mississippi, the heat index has been 105 to 110. Wow. I was in Oregon 2 weeks ago. Nice weather out there, and everyone is way nicer than Cali. They are. And I think we're, in Washington, you get people that, for drivers and whatnot. It rains more in Washington. They got their sports teams there, but it's nice here, man. I don't know if you've decided yet if you're coming out here to Eugene with the Ducks or if you're going to go to North Carolina, but either way you go, I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? That's awesome. Chris Carter made a good point, Shrick says. He said, I got some bad news for the rest of the NFL. Tyreek Hill is just getting started. Last year was the first year he was used at all wide receiver positions. And one thing that is different, about him compared to like Cribbs and some of the returners that, you've seen in the past that, were able to dominate at kick return and punt returner, right? Tyreek is so good. He could be punt returner, kick returner, play all the positions at wide receiver, the 1, the 2, the slot. You could put him at running back. I mean, he is so versatile, and you got the best quarterback, one of the best coaches, top 5, in Andy Reid, and you got the best tight end, and you got other guys around you like Sammy Watkins, Shaboing Boing, and DeAnthony Thomas coming off the injury, Cole Hartman. I mean, I'm jealous. You know what I mean? Like, I wish that I had Patrick Mahomes on the Bucs. I'm jealous I don't have better pieces, but my offense is getting there. Just got to get rid of not Mahomes, but get rid of Jameis. O.J. Howard I love, Brate I love, Evans I love, Godwin I love. You know what I mean? I don't like my running backs, right? I don't like my quarterback. Can get better linemen, but it is what it is. So David Montgomery as your third running back on fantasy is good. Oh, yeah. Dude, Montgomery on flex or even at a number 2. And that's how much I love him. And I go deep, Pierpont. I ain't going to fuck you over. I'm going to make sure I help you win your league. David Montgomery, to me, is going to be the next Alvin Kamara. Yeah, I said it. David Montgomery for the Bears is going to be the next AK-41 Alvin Kamara, that type of impact. So if you have the number 1 defense in the Bears and their offense is kind of shaky, if they got rid of Jordan Howard, think about it. Jordan Howard was a top 15 running back. So why would you get rid of him unless you got someone you thought that was leaps and bounds better? He can run. He can grab it. He can run through the guards and the tackles. He can run sweeps. I really like this running back. I think he's the best in the draft. Jacobs is good for the Raiders, but he's not as good as Montgomery. And Montgomery's 3rd round. Kamara 3rd round. Think about that. Chips on the shoulder. You know what I mean? And then Montgomery is going to be their starter moving forward. He's their guy. He may not be Walter Payton, but he's going to be the best running back they've had in ages. No Curtis Enis or some of these other guys, from the past. If you know who that is. Penn State, just didn't pan out. Anthony Thomas. They've gone through some running backs that just haven't been able to be consistent enough for the Bears. But I like them. Yeah, number 2 or number 3. Tony Pollard I like. Yeah. Henderson, Balaj, Jacobs. There's a lot of them. But I think that what separates Montgomery is his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield and his jukes. You know what I mean? He can shift, and he's like an Maurice Jones-Drew body shape, but he's faster, and he's more elusive. He can't be tackled. You're going to watch. He's going to probably lead the league in rookies as far as, missed tackles. People are going to try to tackle him with, weak arm tackles, and he's going to dominate. Running back number 2 or 3. Miles Sanders is good, too. Agreed. But he's not a Montgomery. Like I said, watch his tape. Watch him in college. Do me a favor, Pierpont. I know you have him in fantasy. Go back and watch his stuff on YouTube. We'll do a YouTube reaction, me and Marcus, or I'll do one maybe tomorrow. But amazing highlight reel. And for me to say that I think he could be an Alvin Kamara, think about that. That's really high praise for me. I'm very critical of the running back position. You know what I mean? So you really got to be able to block, right? You got to be able to run block, pass protect. You got to be able to, hit the holes. You got to be able to be smart enough to know the routes. Right? And be able to handle the football, not be afraid, and be elusive. And he check. He's got all those, Panthers fan, LeSean McCoy is my go-to guy in snow games. It's like he plays better in snow than actual turf itself. Yeah, he's had some pretty amazing games, big facts. But, man, crazy games today. Let me go over kind of just a recap with you guys, and I'll go over my list again, too. Oh, Ronald Acuna Jr. is ridiculous. Now I'm getting all these messages. Oh, man, this is crazy. It's a crazy sports day. All right, let's look. Let's go over the recap today. Raiders 33, Cardinals 26. Nice win over the Raiders. Murray 3 for 8, bumpy start. Yeah, damn right it was bumpy. Eagles 24, fly Eagles, fly Jags 10. Nice to see the Eagles with the dub. Jets 22, Falcons 10. I like the Jets as being a sleeper team with the Bills. Bengals 23, Redskins 13. Oh, Marcus might be unhappy with that. And then Ravens 26, Packers 13. Interesting. Okay. I see ya. Boogie Cousins with the ACL tear. That's unfortunate. Let's see what some baseball scores. Mariners 7, Tigers 2. Dodgers lost 7-13. Fuck my life. That's not good. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. NFL is just right around the corner. Tomorrow, I will probably go live I don't know if Marcus is a little under the weather and he needs to pick up his daughter, so I don't know if he's going to be available. But, your boy, Orion, is always on the grind. Let's look at the schedule tomorrow. So I looked at this already. So Dolphins, Buccaneers, not on TV. Bills, Panthers should be on TV. And it's Bears, Giants. So at least I get to see, you're not going to probably see Saquon, but you're going to get to see Daniel Jones and you're going to see Montgomery. So that's exciting. So I'll go live for that so you guys can see it. But why is it not the Bills and Panthers? Damn it. It is what it is. Just depending on, I guess, where you live. Hester, another great returner. Got school tomorrow, but Orion is streaming, so sleep can wait. Oh, man. Appreciate you. 11:28 or 10:28. What time is it for you, Shrick? 10:28 or 11:28? Are you in the Midwest or are you on the East Coast? Because a lot of these streams, I know it goes kind of late, but I love you guys. You guys are the best fans, period. Appreciate every single one of you guys, and that's why I try to go through, and show you my grind. Because I don't think you guys have ever seen grind on YouTube like me, I'll give you the energy. I'll give you the facts. 11:28, 11:29. Man, you guys are awesome. Yeah, and you know what? I don't even go to bed sometimes till 12 or 1 because I'm reading all your guys' info, for all your team websites and watching tape, and I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. And I work on the phones. So think about my voice. My voice should be destroyed. I should have no energy, but you guys give me the energy. I love you guys. You know what I'm saying? NFL, baby. College football, NBA, college basketball, World Series. I mean, it's going to be lit. Wrestling. I mean, I tried doing some wrestling reactions for NXT, and then the WWE blocked it. So I guess I need to pause the video and maybe switch it up a little bit. But I was kind of hoping to be able to do a little like NXT or maybe NXT Live or AEW on Wednesdays coming up when they do that, the war for Wednesdays, like the Monday Night Wars, back in the day, the Wednesday Night Wars. But I don't know. That might have to wait because, we're going to have a lot of football to go over. But I got about 3 minutes left, I think probably in me, since I've already done 2 streams today, right? One for almost 2 hours, this one for an hour, and then a reaction video, Brian Burns. Check it out if you guys didn't watch it. It's exciting. Brian Burns can be the next Von Miller. Panthers got a gem. I'm jealous how great Brian Burns is. 6'5", lengthy, like Javon Curse, even though he was 6'4". This guy is going to be the front runner for Defensive Rookie of the Year with Devin Bush, Devin White, and that's big facts. Pierpont, read my last comment. All right, let me go back. Pierpont. Where are you? Who should I pick up, Pollard, Henderson, or Balaj? Ooh. Well, Henderson's going to split time, right, with Gurley, so I wouldn't really pick him right now. If Gurley goes down for the year, then obviously the value for Henderson's going to be high, super high, right? Pollard, I like. But then also with Balaj, he's going to be splitting carries, in Miami. So if I had to choose one, I'd probably go Balaj personally. And you can look up information and, review what I have to think with others. But, if I had to go for one of those 3, it would probably go Balaj, personal opinion. But, you never know sometimes in fantasy. It could go any way. Panthers fans said, I don't know who else studies or talks sports like these guys. Who else? I feel I'm the I don't want to say I'm the smartest guy going over all of that. It's something that I feel that you don't see that often, with people that have channels, people that you see on TV. I've been interviewed by radio. I've been on radio stations. I feel, me and Marcus have something special here, but, I appreciate the love. You know what I mean? I feel I'm the biggest free agent, on YouTube right now. Fox Sports could call. I could be on TV tomorrow. You know what I mean? I can hang with anyone. Stephen A., Skip and Shannon, Colin. You know what I mean? I could do it, but I don't want to do that route. I'd rather be YouTube or Vice Channel. You know what I mean? Something different. You know what I mean? I give the passion, the energy, the knowledge, right? But you get the not biased opinions, the bullshit. You don't get that. You get all facts, and I give credit where credit's due. You don't see that here anymore in America. I don't know what the fuck the problem is. People think that they just want to see people that argue all the time. Skip says something stupid and Shannon is the more reasonable one. The people like seeing people argue, but then people can see that shit is fake and staged. You know what I mean? It's like Bachelor, Bachelorette, Jersey Shore. There's a little entertainment value for people that like those things, but bottom line, that shit is fake. It's staged. You know, they talk about what they're going to do and then they film it. You know what I mean? I'm raw, one take. Everything's one take. Me and Marcus have been one take even before we had thumbnails or banners. You know, everything is one. We can do an hour show, one take. I do this, one take every time. You know what I mean? And you guys motivate me to keep grinding. You know what I mean? Because I know my time will come. And that way I can end up getting a YouTube studio here in Nike headquarters in Beaverton. And I can make everyone else's dreams come true. Because that's number one important for me. I already know I'm going to make it, right? I'm going to be able to get, you know, either not necessarily the fame or the money. I don't care about that. I want to be able to get the studio up and running so I can help other people make their dreams come true. Start people young, you know, if they want to be on a cartoon voiceover, a rapper, a singer, on the TV, on the news as a newscaster. I want that as far as my legacy is concerned. This YouTube will hold my legacy and my voice forever as long as YouTube is up and running. Right, but being able to treat people with respect and how people look at you and how people talk about you when you're not in the room, you know what I mean? That's really what it's about. All the toys and collectibles I have, I can't bring that with me. You know what I mean? Unless I'm King Tut and I bury myself with them or hide it. You know what I mean? But leaving a legacy behind is very important to me. You know what I mean? And you guys give me the motivation, and I can show you really, you know, what I'm about. And I've been this way since I was like 5 years old. You know what I mean? So I've always been a grinder. You know, when people are playing with toys, I'm looking up stats for fucking Deion Sanders and where he went to school and how many tackles he had, you know, when he was a freshman. Who the fuck does that at like 5? I did. You know, and that's why maybe it is what it is. And you guys respect me, so I appreciate that. You are really unbiased, and that's why I'm subbed. Yeah, and I think 18,000 plus have subbed to us because of that reason. Not only because we're entertaining and we make a good duo together, you know what I mean? But we know all the teams, all the players, all the coaches, all the backups. Who the fuck knows that? Who has channels out there that know that information? I can go toe-to-toe with anybody. I'm not afraid. You know what I mean? But making other people's dreams come true is the most important thing that I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? So when we get donations and when we get bigger and bigger, and then you start seeing me expand Northwest Sports Fanatics into a brand, right? A legacy, you know? Having one studio here in Nike headquarters in Beaverton, in Oregon, maybe one in Washington, one in Cali. It's going to be special. You know what I mean? I want to make this happen, you know, before I'm not here anymore. You know? It's very important. And you fans are the best. Today, talking to business owners in New York and Boston. Do you think they're that nice on the phone? You know, sometimes it's tough. You know what I mean? They don't just start screaming and, you know, going at us like that. But, you know, it's tough. So I talk on the phone and do that. And, you know what I mean? I'm grinding here with you guys. I mean, how many people on YouTube could do a reaction video, right? Then do a live. Ultimately, if I can go and do this, you know, full time and not have to work, you know, obviously that's the dream. You know, like some of these other, you know, YouTubers, if I can do that, you know. But I appreciate you guys recognize my grind. And, you know, and all the work on the YouTube page, the banner at the top, putting the thumbnails in on the videos. I've been doing that. I've been putting in the work, you know what I mean? Like, I barely sleep, you know what I mean? Because this NFL season is so important to me, you know. Matthew Sanchez, got to go. Subscribe to this channel, best sports channel. Keep pounding. Panther Nation. I'll talk to you guys when I'm in Oregon on Sunday because I'm going to leave on Saturday. Matthew Sanchez, hit me up when you're in Oregon. I'll try to meet up with you if I can. Like, no joke. Maybe we can watch some football together or something. I'm going to be grinding on the channel. Maybe you can come over to my house. You can come over, and, you know, if you want to hop on, or I can meet you. You know, in Eugene, it's about an hour and a half away from me. We can make it happen. So, love you guys. Tab Black, your bomb. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. Anything else you guys want me to touch on? Like I said, I'll probably keep the other show for the biggest roster holes for tomorrow. You know, so that way, you know, I'll have that, and I'll probably have another topic to go over. But, I mean, just to show you my grind, you know, and energy, and just to kind of show you guys, if you guys can see this. But, do you see that? Are you guys seeing it? See if I can show you. That's only in a little period of time, you know. If that's not grind, I don't know what is, you know what I mean? But I do it for you guys, you know, and I come up with all the topics, you know what I mean? So I'm grinding big boy style. But I feel at this point, you know what I mean, I've spent a lot of energy, you You know what I mean? I want to make sure that I can still go work out because I still keep up on that. If you guys have any last questions or comments, something that you guys want me to go over for fantasy football, I'm your guy. If you have questions on records or what you guys think about rookies, Javon Wright, you do a lot of studying. Right. Ryan Strick, no channel works harder for this than the Northwest Sports Fanatics. If you haven't subscribed now, you won't regret it. Thank you. Appreciate it. And, I mean, you guys can let me know. I mean, you guys watch a lot of YouTube. You guys are YouTubers. There is no one on my level, not to be cocky. Nobody. Name one person in the chat below that you feel is on my level as far as knowledge and the grind. You know what I mean? And that's why I want to show you guys. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I really want this, but I don't want it for the wrong reasons. I'm not trying to get viral and go YouTube famous and be rich and make money. You know what I mean? John Roberts. I knew you were going to say something. John Roberts, Bills Mafia. You are a fanatic. I'll give you that, John Roberts. Yeah, I do love I do love it. You know, and you can tell that I love it. You know, and then, you know, I like to be able to bring that knowledge. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of NFL fans are delirious. We damn boy, Super Bowl, we got that, we got the Jerry Jones. We damn boys. I had to do that at least once for you guys. So, but you know what I mean? Like, and the thing is when we created the channel, I told Marcus, you know, it'd probably take us 10 years to be able to get to a point where we felt comfortable. You know what I mean? But it doesn't matter, you know, how long it takes. You know what I mean? It's just that if I make a difference for you guys, one person in the room out of the 18,000, 20,000, you know, I help you guys win your fantasy league. I get you guys some knowledge that maybe you didn't know, or you have an argument with your friend and you can come to the show and then you can talk to me and we can, you know, conversate and then you end up feeling not only smarter after you leave the chat, but I feel like you feel better, you know, about moving forward about your team. And it's like, I feel that it's very rare to be, like, for myself, a Buccaneer fan, to know just as much as your team, if not more than you. And I know that's rare because a lot of times people think that everyone knows football. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone's the smartest guy. But as we all know, sometimes we might be, these guys in the chat, you guys and me, we might be one of the smarter guys in the friend group, right? And you don't need to, like, rub it in. But, you know, certain people know sports and other people, they don't know. And you can tell when you talk to them if they know sports or not. You know what I mean? Did you see LeBron last Taco Tuesday with the kids? Of course, Javon. Come on, man. You got to think, bro. When I'm not on YouTube and I'm not at work, and when I'm at work, I'm reading, I'm putting show ideas together. I read, no joke, probably 6 to 8 hours a day, sport information, Bleacher Report, NFL.com, ESPN.com, right? All the teams, every team website. I'm a psychopath when it comes to sports, you know? Fanatic. Big facts. Said Panthers fan, Cowboys and Falcons fans be delirious and say certain comments because they're holding on to the past. Crush Boy D. What it do? What's up? Been grinding today. Big facts. But like the Cowboys, a lot of the Cowboys fans, right? The reason that they are the way they are, if they're older, is because they're hanging on to the moment where it was, right? Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, right? Michael Irvin, Jay Novacek, Leon Lett, Dion. You know what I mean? They want to go back to that point. You know what I mean? You know, they're hoping for that to repeat itself. But sometimes when you have teams like that, they don't come around again. Like my Bucks, Derek Brooks right here, right? Warren Sapp, John Lynch, Rondé Barber, Mike Allstott. That shit is not happening again. The Bucks will probably never win another Super Bowl while I'm alive. They probably won't even get to a Super Bowl or an NFC Championship game. But it's okay. You know what I mean? It's about being a fan, sticking by your team. Big facts. But any last comments, concerns that you have for your boy? I got it. Let me know. Let me know. Unless you guys want me to keep going. If you guys want me to keep bringing the heat, I can do it. I mean, I got topics for days. I got new coaches under pressure to perform in 2019, including coordinators, offense, defense, and head coach. Who has that on YouTube? Nobody. Top 5 fantasy bewares. Pick 'em or flick 'em. Who's got it? I do. Top 5 secondaries in the NFL in 2019. Blank note cards because I have so many goddamn note cards. I don't know what to do with myself, right? I already did the defensive units. I got information on information. Roster holes is the one I was going to do. Old faces, new places, top 10 performance, breakout rookies, breakout players, late round rookies to watch, grind, college football, it don't stop. Most to prove. You know what it is, man. Grinding. You want me to keep going? Oh, you guys, look at you guys. You guys like me, huh? Appreciate that. You know what I mean? All right, let me go back. Let me see. I hope the Rams are in this top 5. Crusher Boy comes into the chat, right, 1 hour and 11 minutes in after I've already done a reaction video, a 2-hour stream to the Raiders and the Cardinals, and this is my third stream or my third show, 4 hours in. He's like, oh, I hope the Rams are in it. But you know what? For you, I'll redo my list and I'll do it for you because I do that for everyone. So, Jaden S., what'd it do? How do you feel about Ali Marpet? I played O-line in high school and was thinking about going to Hobart to play. Awesome. I do like Ali Marpet. That's one thing. The offensive line, I always talk shit about it, but it is getting better year in and year out with Dotson and some of the pieces that they have. It's not really where I want it just yet, right? But it's getting better with better coaching. So with Arians, Bowles, and Leftwich, we'll see the best of this O-line that we've seen in a long fucking time. But I do like Ali Marpet. And, yeah, do what you got to do, man. Football is amazing, and going to school is one of those things you can't take for granted. Everyone has something that they're great at. You just have to be able to find out what it is. Find your lane. You know what I mean? Stop being a hater, right? It's easy to hate and be a hater, right? But it takes some effort to have a team. Like, I want to see my team succeed when I have my friends. You know what I mean? When anyone has some good news, I'm all about them. Complimenting them. Like, nice hat, nice shirt. You never know what just saying one nice thing will do for someone because you don't know what they're going through. You know what I mean? Like, people don't know in my life, my mom went missing for 6 months, right? And I didn't know where she was last football season. Did you guys know? Did you guys see it on my face, right? Did you guys see me quit? My dad had a stroke recently within the last couple weeks. I mean, besides me saying it, you guys wouldn't have known, right? My uncle died just recently. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had a lot of things happen. But, it's all how you act on them. You know what I mean? And this is a good outlet, too. You can be mentally strong, change your life. If you go through different things like depression, addiction, ups and downs, you know what I mean? It's all mindset, because I used to party hard, right? I don't drink anymore, really. I don't smoke weed anymore. I don't really do a lot of the things that I was doing before. You know what I mean? The potty things. Potty boy, I was like a baby Johnny Manziel. I was a party boy. But, when you have a family like your dad has a stroke, it changes your life. I exercise now every day. As you can see in my face, I'm getting a little thinner. I'm going to try to lose another 20 pounds by January 1. I eat better now. I'm on a better diet. I got this to motivate me. You know what I mean? You just got to be able to find, what it is that, makes you happy. And sometimes life isn't perfect, but also it's taught me that you don't need vices. You don't need to get drunk every day. You don't need to smoke weed. You don't need certain things when you think you need it. You know what I mean? But it's all mindset. You know what I mean? You can change your life, and you just have to have good people around you. Big facts. You know what I mean? I'm a great example of it. They can make a movie about me in my story. Maybe they will one day. Northwest Sports Fanatics. We'll see it happen. Everyone says, keep going, keep going. Crush D-Boy. He said, go over the list. Hit that like button and share. Yeah, come on, guys. Help me out. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting in the work. And, if you guys can help me out, just help me get some more subs. You know what I mean? If you go to school, tell the school. Tell your friends. Promote. You know what I mean? Who's better than me? Who's better than me and Marcus? Yeah, that's crazy. You know what I mean? John Roberts. Yeah, you know what I mean? But the thing is, with my grind, I don't want to have any, lazy kind of moments, And think about the job that I'm in. I'm in sales. I've been in sales for half of my life on the phone. Think about that for a second. How hard it is to be a mental grinder right? To be able to have someone tell you, fuck you, or, eat shit or like whatever, jump off a roof or whatever, when you're on phone sales. I've been doing it for half of my life. I started when I was 17. I've been doing it for more than half of my life. I've been on the phones for like 20 years. There's certain people that can't even do a phone job for a week. And, and I've been doing it for like 20 years. And that's why I think I have an edge on a lot of people, because I know how to talk, right? I'm good with my speech. I've talked to every single age of every single race of a person in this fucking planet Earth, grinding, man. People that do face-to-face sales like John Roberts too. It's tough. It's a grind. So imagine me doing that job, waking at 4 a.m. and having a good day or a bad day regardless, and I'm still doing this, and I have no vices besides exercise and doing the channel. You know what I mean? Shows you my grind, though. Ryan Strick, Ryan and Marcus for the WWE Tag Team Champions. Northwest Sports Fanatics. Appreciate you. Appreciate that you think we're the best. Share marketing agent. Hey, help us out, man. You know what I mean? And the thing is, I'll always remember every one of you guys. If you remember, I usually know your name, what team you guys root for. That shit is important to me. You know what I mean? I'm never going to be this, rich, pig-headed, nose in the air, better than everyone else, type of person. John. You're funny. All right, so for Crush Boy D J 47, I'm going to go over the list. I'll do it for you. I do it for everyone. All right, so let's go into it real quick. I have so many cards, though, I got to find it with all my lists and all my information. Because I have lists on lists on lists. Let's see if I can even find it. All right, here we go. I got the list finally. I got like fucking 30 cards here, so. Yeah, put your top 5 on there. So I'll go. I was gonna do an elite top 5, and then I ended up doing 10 teams. So let me start it off. All right, here we go. Number 10 is a team that had a bad season last year. They underachieved. I think they can win the division this year. If they don't win the division, I think they can make the playoffs as a wild card. Who am I talking about? Skull! Minnesota Vikings. I like what they have. Cousins, right, at times is overrated and underrated at the same time, if that's fucking possible. Thielen, Diggs, one of the best duos in the league, right? You got plenty of weapons all around. The O-line is nice. Dalvin Cook is the key. You got Rudolph. I mean, the pieces are nice, and I think they can go 11-5 or 10-6 with the Bears. So that means Packers are 3rd, and I got the Lions 4th in the NFC North. So Crush Boy, you got Rams 1, Chiefs 2, Saints 3, Minnesota. Crush it below. Put it down below. You guys can do it. All right? He said winter is coming. All right? Number 9. Number 9 is a team that I feel that could be in the top 5 when it's all said and done. They got rid of the best wide receiver in the league in the last 5 years up to last year. And even last year, I thought he was great. He led the league in touchdowns. And you got rid of the best running back in the league, not named Todd Gurley. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Big Ben and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, right? Big Ben is a prove-it year. AB's gone. Juju is in. Okay? Juju's the man. He's my favorite young up-and-coming wide receiver. Big facts. James Conner is good, right? He may not be great, but he's good enough to have numbers and production close to Le'Veon Bell. I love the Steelers. Their other wide receivers are a little raw and a little thin, Washington and the rest, but I think that they'll be able to win the division at 11-5. Browns are going to compete for that second place spot with the Ravens, but I like Pittsburgh Steelers at number 9. Number 8, Mr. Discount Double Check. Matt LaFleur, can he tame the beast that we call Aaron Rodgers and his girl, Danica Patrick? I say no, but I love their offense. Devontae Adams is a top 7 wide receiver in the league. Come at me if you don't think so. Talking about the Green Bay Packers. And I love Aaron Jones. Who? Aaron Jones. Okay? They got weapons on weapons on weapons. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. They got all the weapons, right? Some of them are younger and raw with the younger guys behind Devontae Adams. They will be able to sling it, fling it, right, and get it. But I don't think that they'll be able to get past the Chicago Bears and the Vikings, but I do like their offense. Green Bay Packers at number 8. Number 7 is a team that everyone hates on, right? Man, if I was hated on for 20 fucking years and I got Odell Beckham Jr., hey, guess what? I got Baker Mayfield too. I'm rooting for him. I'm talking about the Cleveland Browns. Baker Mayfield, I love him. A lot of people don't like him. I love him. Horns down, all right? He's going to dominate this league for years to come. Marcus thinks that he is capped out. I disagree. I don't think he's capped out one bit. I think that he's going to be a very good quarterback for many, many years, right? Odell Beckham's numbers will go up. Jarvis Landry's numbers are going to go down. Njoku's numbers are going to go down. But guess whose numbers are going to go up massively? Nick Chubb. He's going to break out at running back. Look for him to dominate this year in fantasy football. Cleveland Browns, number 7. Number 6 is a quarterback that I root for because I don't want him to be the Dan Marino of this generation. I'm talking about Phillip Rivers, right? And the Los Angeles Chargers. They need to get Melvin Gordon in the building. I saw the video. He's got the shoulder pads. He's got the helmet, right? He's doing his thing, right? They have other weapons as well, Eckler, Jackson. But you need Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Hunter Henry, the whole collaboration to come together. But when they're healthy, one of the best offenses and player-for-player defenses in the league, Los Angeles Chargers at number 6. Now we're getting in the top 5. Crush Boy, are you ready? Number 5 is an offense that I think that can compete with the number 1 team that I have on my list, right? If anyone is going to beat number 1 on the list, it's number 5. And I have them at 5 because I have issues with their running back, Todd Gurley. But I have room for them to grow into 2, 3, 4, or 5. Okay? I'm talking about the Los Angeles Rams. You got Jared Goff in the Goff-fence. Gurley, Henderson, the 3rd rounder. They'll have a nice duo together, right? You got Cooper Kupp, best friend, helping the Goff-fence. Brandon Cooks, Robert Woods. You got weapons on weapons on weapons, all right? They're going to be ready. Defense will be good too. I love them. Los Angeles Rams. Number 4. Number 4 is one of my Super Bowl favorite teams, like the Rams as well. I like their quarterback. He's one of my favorites of all time. Drew motherfucking Brees. New Orleans Saints at number 4, right? You got Alvin Kamara, my favorite running back. You got Latavius Murray from the Vikings. You got one of my favorite wide receivers, and Michael Money MT13 Thomas, a.k.a. Squidward, or whatever the fuck they call him over there. I love him, even though he does kind of look like him, right, from SpongeBob. You're going to have some other weapons, with Smith and Kirkwood to step up. Yeah, you got Jared Cook. They have a little weakness, at the wide receiver position. But I think Drew Brees can dink it and doink it and screen pass it and get plenty of weapons. I love the New Orleans Saints, number 4. Number 3. Number 3 is a team that gets hated on all the time, especially by Saints and Panther fans. But sometimes there's need for them to get hated on. But this season, with Devontae Freeman coming back, Julio dominating, Calvin Ridley, Mohamed Sanu, pieces on pieces on pieces with my boy, Matty Ice, Matt Ryan, Atlanta Falcons, number 3. Number 2. Number 2 has arguably the most well-rounded offense and most depth for sure, right, in the NFL on offense. Fly, Eagles, fly, the Philadelphia Eagles, right? The quarterbacks are getting banged up, but you got Carson Wentz, right? You got 6 running backs deep. You got Miles Sanders from Penn State. You got all the guys from last year. You got Darren Sproles for a year. You got Jordan Howard coming over from the Bears. Pieces on pieces on pieces. When they went to the Super Bowl, they were the 4 horsemen. That was the nickname I gave them. Now they're 6 deep. They're like the new world order. New world order for life, brother. All right? So they got 6 running backs. They're deep. You got the best tight end in football, not named Travis Kelce. So bad it hurts Zach Ertz, right? Dallas Goedert is a G, right? Alshon Jeffrey, right? Aguilar. D-Jack's coming back. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Come on, man. Philadelphia Eagles, number 2. It's really like a 1A, 1B list, okay? And number 1, leading the best quarterback in the league, Patrick the Clone Mahomes. None of the Showtime shit that everyone else has. The Clone. We made it up here, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Why do we call him the Clone? Because Patrick Mahomes is like Dan Marino, right? Brett Favre, and Tony Romo all in one. He is. Best quarterback in the league, best tight end in the league, Travis Kelce, Legion of Zoom, McCole Hardman, Tyreek the Freak Hill, Sammy Shaboing Boy Watkins, and I didn't even mention DeAnthony Thomas, weapons on weapons on weapons, and you got Damian Williams and a few other guys behind him. The best offense in football, 1A, 1B, Chiefs, Eagles, and then all the rest kind of fall into line. And that's the list. What do you think about that? With all the research and the depth. Let's go back and scroll up, see what you think that I have to say. All right. All right, I'll do mine, Javon says. Chiefs, Saints. There you go, Strick. Yeah. Crush Boy, DJ47. Just wondering if James Conner's going to have a sophomore slump. No. If that answers your question right there, no. He's going to have a great year. Big facts. Big Ben, Connor, Juju is the new Three Musketeers there in Pittsburgh, right? And they got Devin Bush. Scary good from Michigan. A lot of people are buying that jersey. And, to be honest, if I wasn't a Bucs fan, even though I am a Bucs fan and I'm a linebacker fan, I would buy a Devin White jersey today, a Devin Bush jersey, and throw it in my closet. That's how much I like them. And Brian Burns. I like these guys. Brian Burns could be the next Von Miller or Javon Curse, right? Devin Bush, I don't even know who to really compare him to. It's a beast. And then you'd have Devin White as being a Patrick Willis, on the Bucs, a.k.a. Ray Lewis clone. If that ends up being true, fuck. It's going to be a long year, but a fun year. Can you do back-to-back running highlights of Steve Young and Josh Allen and tell me they don't look identical? Yeah, I could do that sometime for you. I watch a lot of tape. He said it will go viral. Chiefs, Saints, Rams, Falcons, Browns, honorable mention Vikings. I'm not sold on Kirk Cousins. Right, but you don't need to be sold on Kirk Cousins, right? But if you have a solid running game with Dalvin Cook, it'll open up the holes for the other pieces. I love how everyone low-key felt bad for the Browns and like the Bucs and these bottom feeder teams. Now they got talent, right? And now everyone's talking shit. True. It's funny how that perception is, isn't it? Also, Dan Marino didn't cry to the refs after every play. That's true. You got that something there. Josh Reynolds. I love Josh Reynolds. That's another one. See? Way to throw the names out there. You know what I mean? Yeah, Josh Reynolds did have a good season. When certain guys get banged up, Cooper Kupp, you got to step up. That's big facts. Browns are a gimmick. Their defense will keep them out of the playoffs. Right? Well, you definitely want to say that because you think your Bills, right, are going to get in, possibly with a wild card, or Jets, and then the Browns are going to be in the mix with the Ravens. And the Chargers already are going to have a spot. So you got to think there's only one wild card spot open. Chiefs are winning the division. Chargers have one spot, right? So it's really going to come down to Baltimore, Cleveland, the Jets, or Buffalo, or Houston Texans. Somebody's getting in. Whose team will it be? We'll wait and see. Crush Boy DJ47, I'm sorry, but LA, in my opinion, has got the deepest offense. Right. Are you talking about the Rams? But the thing is, if Todd Gurley isn't healthy, you can't say that. If Todd Gurley was healthy, then you definitely could argue with the Chiefs, but even some people will still pick the Chiefs because let's be real, right? Jared Goff is a great quarterback, right? He's overachieved. He's got good mentorship from Sean McVay, right? But did Sean McVay make Jared Goff, or did Jared Goff make Sean McVay? Sean McVay made Jared Goff. Let's not get it twisted. Patrick Mahomes got made from Andy Reid, but Patrick Mahomes is light years ahead of Jared Goff, in my opinion. Big facts. Jared Goff is not a slouch. You know what I mean? But when it comes down to the playoffs, who do you trust more? Winning you a game. One game. Jared Goff, right? Or Mahomes. They're both going to make mistakes, but Mahomes is going to get you more points and more first downs. Big facts. Defense does win championships. Mahomes is a beautiful thing. He's my favorite QB in a long time. I'm a Joe Montana guy. I'm an old school guy. Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Steve Young, you know what I mean? So it really takes a lot for me to say that I love a quarterback more than someone that's on my own team. You know what I mean? But I've never seen anybody like this Mahomes kid. So Marino, Romo, and Brett Favre all in one. It's just mind-blowing how good he is. Yeah, a lot of 9-7 records. Patriots in the AFC Championship. Well, that's kind of a given every season, right? But who's going to be the team that plays them? More than likely it's going to be Chiefs. If it's not the Chiefs, then you could go Chargers. If it's not Chargers, you could go Pittsburgh. If you don't go Pittsburgh, you go Colts. You know what I mean? Those are the powerhouse teams. You know what I mean? There's about 6 of them that you could throw in the mix. Chiefs, Chargers, Pittsburgh, Colts, right? And then NFC for me, you got Saints, Eagles, Rams, Bears. And I'm not sure if there's other teams that can hang. Those are the best ones. Yeah, the Colts. The thing is even though Andrew Luck, right, and he's a little banged up right now with, he's had like shoulder issues and foot issues and ankle issues. They have a great GM in Ballard. They have a great coach in Frank Reich from the Eagles, right? They have good depth. Marlon Mack, Hines, right, are better than people think, right? You got T.Y. Hilton, who's underrated, even though he's getting older, right? You got Paris Campbell, the burner from Ohio State, right? You got Quentin Nelson, which is going to be a Hall of Fame offensive lineman. Big facts. You got Darius Leonard, the rookie of the year last season on defense. Malik Hooker at safety. I mean, you got pieces. They're going to make an AFC championship game in the next 5 years, Indianapolis Colts. I'm just telling you. Yeah, he does have a bone problem, but he'll be fine. Even if he sits out for the first month, they got Brissett. Yep, Brissett will be fine. They can go 2-2, and they'll be fucking fine. You know what I mean? I still like them. They'll be a lot better than last season. You know what I mean? It's like anyone that plays the Chiefs or you play someone tough in the playoffs, of course you're going to fucking get rocked. You know what I mean? As good as Andrew Luck was, second in the league in touchdowns, right? But you're Andrew Luck compared to Mahomes, I mean, when Mahomes was rolling, it's a little different. All right, guys. I think that with all the energy and time and going through the list, I love you guys. It's been an hour and a half, hour and 32 minutes in. I did a 2-hour stream with the first half of the Cardinals and the Raiders. I also did another video with Marcus, with Brian Burns. Check it out. Florida State highlights. Love you guys. You guys are the best. You guys have a great rest of your Thursday. It's Friday tomorrow, so have a great one. And I got one question for you guys. Who talk sports like us? Northwest Sports Fanatics. And have a great Thursday night. Have a great Friday. And you guys are going to see me tomorrow. And more than likely, I'll go live stream. Let me take a quick look at the time real quick before I go. So tomorrow's game is at 4:30. Bears-Giants. So I'll probably go live for that. And then maybe, if depending on the game, at least for the first half, and then look for me to go live around 7:30 Pacific time, and I'll have a great show for you guys lined up then as well. Have an awesome day. Have a fucking awesome Friday. You guys are awesome. Crush that shit. And NFL is on the horizon. We're very close. Northwest Sports Fanatics. I'm your boy Orion, and I'm out. Peace. Have a great Thursday night, guys.